It has been such an amazing week here at the Gaylord Rockies. Everybody coming together for IVECCS 2023. I'm Crystal Sparks with IVECCS TV, and we are wrapping things up by giving back with this year's 5K Fun Run and Walk. Attendees got their running shoes on early Sunday morning to participate in this year's event that benefits IVECCS Gives. IVECCS Gives works to enhance the quality of life for animals in need and supports animal care providers through natural or man-made disasters.
It's wonderful to see so many people come back year after year to run the 5K and the fun run. As a society, we're very fortunate to be financially stable, and so for the membership to come to get CE but also want to give back so we can support disaster relief, give grants to further this section of the profession. It's a great experience. People come back year after year, meet friends they haven't seen for a year and run or walk together, and it's wonderful to see that fundraising grow year on year.
One consequence of chronic kidney disease in cats is anemia, and managing that aspect of the disease has been a challenge. This session provided attendees with a review of anemia of chronic kidney disease, the current treatment options, and an entirely new way to manage the condition.
The drug is a hypoxia-inducible factor proline hydrolase inhibitor, so it basically stabilizes hypoxia-inducible factor. The drug is just now or in the next couple months becoming available, and it might take a long time for that to become integrated into other people's lectures. And so to be able to have this as kind of cutting-edge session where you start talking about drugs that are now going to be available and what they mean is really important.
Some of the sickest patients that come into clinics are dogs infected with parvovirus. Sarah Erickson provided a refresher on the processes of this disease, how we can better understand it, and provide high-quality nursing care for patients. When the emergency room is full, who goes first? A session on the steps in creating an effective system, assigning a category of urgency, and what to set up in advance for common emergencies.
For me, knowing about triage is such a huge part of what I do in my role, and I think for emergency nurses worldwide, we have to have an understanding about, are we going to miss something if we don't understand the concepts of a triage? So triaging is to be able to pick up on the patients that need to be seen right now, and the ones that can perhaps wait for a little bit longer to see the veterinarian. If we can't do that within our role, we're going to miss something and potentially miss something that is life-threatening for a patient.
The curtain sign is a distinct artifact identified during point-of-care lung ultrasounds. By understanding what creates the curtain sign and what it looks like on the ultrasound, it can be used to give the sonographer direction, identify and diagnose conditions with confidence and within seconds.
The curtain sign's underutilized and should be used more for diagnosis of pleural space disease, consolidation, pneumothorax, and pleural effusion. And that you need to think about how you're interpreting the V-lines and that lung sliding when you see it in your lung ultrasound, so that you know whether you're truly ruling in or ruling out a condition such as pneumothorax.
Some clients in the ER can be difficult, and that's not an easy label to shake. This lecture helps us to understand why families are initially challenging to staff, managing anxiety from clients, and developing more open communication and empathy during these visits.
Unlike a lot of other parts of veterinary medicine where someone's getting referred to a surgeon and they have opportunity to sort of plan and digest before they walk into that appointment, or they have a relationship with their general practitioner they go and see every day, we're a total stranger who is approaching them on probably the worst day of their life, and we need to be as well armed to take care of them and ourselves as we can.
What happens when a patient eats something they're not supposed to? A look at some of the decontamination and treatment options following exposure to toxicants, some of the most common being chocolate, grapes, and marijuana.
I want them to take away how the veterinary nurse and technician can be more involved in toxicology. A lot of times we rely on the doctor to make the diagnosis, tell us how to treat it, but we can have a substantial amount of knowledge ourselves to be doing the investigating, going to the doctor and say, hey, I think the dog actually got into this, instead of just waiting on them to do the investigating part.
Those outside the industry put vet professionals in high regard because of the animal-human bond. That puts vets in the impossible position of living up to those high expectations. This session taught attendees about using the secret weapon of self-compassion and helping assure a long, authentic career in the field.
When you look at critical care and emergency, there's a lot of emotions, and I talk about emotions. There's a lot that people are trying to manage, both within themselves and within their clients. And so I felt that it would be important to have this type of content available for the people who work in that space on a daily basis.
No secret button or switch needed for this escape room, just some mathematical problem solving. This workshop gave attendees some time to practice their math skills before the escape room competition began, requiring solving medical math and CRI problems to escape. For everyone who joined us at the Gaylord Rockies for IVECCS 2023 this year, thank you. We look forward to seeing you next year at IVECCS 2024 in the beautiful St. Louis, Missouri. I'm your host, Crystal Sparks for IVECCS TV. Thank you for watching. Before we go, sights and sounds from the week here at IVECCS 2023.
We are a very close community, so you get to meet a lot of people that are professionals like you.
If you are interested in emergency and critical care, you cannot miss this conference. I think it is the best in the world.